Welcome to our first video on F1 FC Life. Today we'll be talking about, well, in our opinion, the best 11 in the whole of the Premier League history. Controversial one, some may say, but nevertheless, we're all entitled to our own opinion, and this is mine and my friend's opinion. He's going to get us started with our Beastkeeper.
Well, first, welcome to our first video of F1 FC Life. Hope you like it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and put your opinions in the comments of what you think we've got wrong or what you think should I put in. And after we put in our 10 players that are just missed out. So our first one's going to be Peter Schmeichel or Petr Schmeichel. This guy was an absolute brick at the back. He won 5 Premier Leagues with 128 clean sheets in few games, like hundreds of games. He made himself comfortable on the ball. He made himself look big in goal to stop defenders, like to put strikers off. And also, he's just the keeper and the leader at the back. He controls the defensive line, but you couldn't help think of what defensive line was when he played, such as Vidic. But he was a class goalkeeper, and he was an absolute stone at the back, which no one could really get past. So the left back we've got
Ashley Cole. The stats just go on and on and on. 3 Premier League honours, 148 clean sheets, 74% tackle success. That's not even saying, the 4 errors leading to goal in 385 games. David Luiz has more in one game, let alone 385 games. What a player Ashley Cole was. If Chelsea did not have Ashley Cole in those years, I doubt they'd be as successful and as scared of as they are right now. Anyways, going into our first centre back,
we have Virgil van Dijk. This season, last season and season before, he's been magnificent for Liverpool. He's controlled the defensive line from Robertson to Trent and Gomez, and he has been rock solid at the back. He's helped Liverpool win the league, Champions League. He's been close to winning the Premier League, and he's been in the final of the Champions League, but close to winning it. He's got passes like arrows. He passes them to the wings like there's no tomorrow. He passes with no effort, and his defending, wow. He's got a 70% tackle ratio with going from sliding tackles to headers. He's won 99 games and 162 appearances. He has also won PFA Player of the Season for Liverpool. He can go both footed with pings. He scores headers. Past few seasons he's scored headers, and he's helped Liverpool become a team they are now. But we hope I can't think, but we hope he will be back for next season. He's got an ACL from bloody Jordan Pickford, which is a dirty player. But this is our other centre back, Nemanja Vidic.
Nemanja Vidic. Wow. Only if Harry Maguire was that good. If United had another centre-back as good as Nemanja Vidic, you already know they'd be up there battling for the Premier League title. Anyways, let's tell you about Nemanja. Just like Ashley Cole, the statistics just go on and on and on. 95 clean sheets in 211 games. Really, really good, especially as he played for a United team which mainly focused on scoring goals. 5 league titles and 2 Player of the Year. Even beating players such as Cristiano Ronaldo, who, by the way, has got something like 5 Ballon d'Ors, and Wayne Rooney, Manchester United, one of Manchester United's top goal scorers in the history of the club. Nemanja Vidic, the headers that he used to do defensively and also attack-minded, and those feet that he used, those defensive-minded feet. also get, they'd nick a goal here or there. What a player Nemanja Vidic was. If any team has a player to Nemanja's caliber, you already know they're going to be up there, not only being most expensive defender, but also, Ballon d'Or. Anyways, onto our right back.
Wow, it is Branislav Ivanovic. Wow, Chelsea have created some nice fullbacks. They had fullbacks from Ashley Cole, but now it's Ivanovic. He's won 9 major honours. He took part in success with the Premier League champions Chelsea, winning back-to-back Premier Leagues. No one really liked to play against him as he done great tackles. He was strong on the ball. He didn't put out challenges. He wasn't scared of anyone. He knew how to score goals as well. He had 34 goals in all competitions for Chelsea, and the tackles he done, he could pass the ball, assist them, and he was just a player that you wouldn't want to play against, or one-on-one, as he would just tackle and tackle and tackle. But moving on, this is controversial midfield, but moving on, in our centre mid holding position, we've got Scholes.
Paul Scholes. Wow. What more is there to say about him? Great all-around midfielder. And people say players such as, Eric Cantona, David Beckham, Cristiano Ronaldo, Nani were really important to Fergie in his time period. But personally, I think that Paul Scholes, that name goes underneath the radar. What a player Paul Scholes was. Not only did he, was he a very good holding midfielder, but the goals that he used to score as well, how can we forget, edge of the box, outside of the box, One player which springs to mind for me, is Scott McTominay. I feel like he's being built to be just like a Paul Scholes, and if Scott can reach those high expectations, United are in for something, and the teams which United play against, well, they're going to have to get someone to man mark him. Anyways, on to the next midfielder, Steven Gerrard.
Yeah, Steven Gerrard. Well, I mean, first, comparing Scott McTominay to Gerrard or Scholes is nowhere near the Gerrard level. He spent basically his whole career at Liverpool, scoring 186 goals and 129 assists. He controlled the midfield for Liverpool and the proper captain of a leader to support the team. In his day, Chelsea tried to sign up. He was on the verge of signing up, but he thought, I'll be loyal to Liverpool, which has made him a legend at Liverpool. He's won an FA Cup, a Champions League, and he's the only one that scored in all of them. And he's not led Liverpool to a Premier League, but he's still got PFA Team of the Year of a record 8 times. His slip was costly, but his legendary state of Liverpool will never change. And also, he can shoot a ball from 30 yards, as you can see, as he did in the Champions League. And also, he can pass, header, defend. And also, he's just a good leader and a team you want to control in midfield with 4 Scholes. And our other player is now Frank Lampard in the cam position. He could score goals as well. He had 193 goals in 147 games. 100. Wait, what? He had 193 goals. I don't know, but anyway, he had 193 goals, and in 647 apps, he had 147 assists, and he was a captain of the England national team. He was very controlling in the midfield as a leader. He won back-to-back Premier Leagues. He's won 349 times and 127 losses in his career. He's won 1 Player of the Season, and he could also tackle with a 71% tackle success. He could play defensive, attacking, and went on to be manager going back to his club. But unfortunately, being sacked for the wrong reason. But Lampard was a player that you could rely on going offensive and attacking. He was a player that you could just pass to and either assist or score. But now we go to the left wing, which we've choose.
left wing, that was like the hardest choice. Left wing is, it's up there with one of the hardest life choices you're going to make. And we've chosen Cristiano Ronaldo. Okay, I tried not being a little bit biased with Cristiano, but I mean, wow, I'm just lost for words, really. Like 118 goals in 292 appearances, 3 Premier Leagues, 1 UEFA Championship, and these statistics, I'm just saying, just a slice of what he won and what he did. Free kicks, how can we forget that free kick? I think it was against Portsmouth. Oh, wow, what a free kick that was. And also the skills, the dribbling, the pace. Ronaldo, really, this is where he came alive. And the manager, which we're going to speak of a bit later, really created him to be that good of a player. 5 Ballon d'Ors, one I think he won at United. And, well, only the future knows what Cristiano can do. He's a machine, I can tell you that. Anyways, going on to the right winger, we have Thierry Henry. One of the Premier League's greatest goal scorers in Henry. 175 goals, 6th top goal scorer in the Premier League. Well, I mean, that says it all, really. Statistics speak for themselves, and, well, I mean, thankfully, he's not playing for Arsenal right now, but if he was, you already know Arsenal, there'd be something completely different. Many players over the years have tried to replicate what Thierry did, and I mean, many have come close in 1 or 2 matches. I'm speaking about players for Arsenal such as Aubameyang and at the moment, I guess you could say Saka, but none have come close, in the long run. And, well, what a phenomenal player he was, coming onto his favoured foot from the opposite side. These days we see players such as Marcus Rashford and Raheem Sterling, Mason Greenwood, coming onto their favoured foot from the opposite side. And now we can see how effective that is. I think Bernardo Silva, he does that, a lot. He does that really well. But anyways, let's get on to the centre forward, Alan Shearer.
Wow, Alan Shearer. What a striker he was. He had no weak foot. Or he was just unbelievable, crazy. He has an all-time Premier League goals record with 269 goals in 441 appearances. Wow. He had 4 golden boots. He had 1 Premier League. He had 64 assists, and he had abilities from heading to strength. He had abilities from heading to using his strength to turn players. He had 63 England caps and scored 30. He's got many records in the Premier League, from scoring inside the box and scoring outside the box. He could score anywhere, but he had a famous celebration with putting his hand up to the sky and running around. That's a celebration to remember. And he was just a striker to rely on. He had all abilities. He had the technique, the accuracy, the lot. If you would have him in any team, I think I would have him in the Liverpool team. Like, he would be unbelievable for the Liverpool team. Like, the amount of goals he would get. But for Blackburn, he was just unbelievable. He had 34 goals in 1 Premier League season. That is just unbelievable. He done it in his sleep. And he went on to go play for Newcastle, where he got a celebration, and Blackburn. And then he finished off, I think, at Newcastle. But now, this is controversial, but the manager we've gone with is...
Well, I mean, I hinted it. I gave us a little hint earlier on in the video, and I mean, is it really a shock? I guess you could say it is a slight shock, but
Yeah.
Sir Alex Ferguson, unarguably, the greatest football manager of all time.
Yes.
13 Premier League titles. That's crazy. So many managers see him as an icon. I think when Liverpool won their Premier League title, recently, last season, Klopp, phoning Sir Alex, and the beautiful thing is, even though obviously there's that massive rivalry of United and Liverpool, Klopp still sees Sir Alex Ferguson as his icon, and I think that was the power of Fergie. Whoever you were, you saw him as an icon, whether you loved him or you hated him, you saw him as an icon, and without a doubt, without Fergie, United wouldn't have been so dominant and feared. And I mean, people are saying greatest teams in the world. They wouldn't even be classed as one of the greatest in England, let alone in the world. Like, that's crazy. Some managers, though, over the years have come close. Examples are
Klopp.
Klopp's Liverpool side of last season, Pep's City side of 18, 19, even this season they're not doing too badly, and Arsene Wenger's Invincible side, but none have been more consistent as Sir Alex Ferguson. He was so good at his job, he's such a good leader that he was even knighted by the Queen. How rare do you see that? But anyways, let's get on to our 5 players who just missed the cusp of being chosen. No, our 10 players. Our 10 players are Roy Keane, David Silva, Cesc Fabregas, Petr Cech, Rio Ferdinand,
Patrice Vieira, Vincent Kompany, Luis Suarez, Wayne Rooney, and Kevin De Bruyne. But one thing, all of them were literally inches of getting into the team, especially Fabregas, Roy Keane, and David Silva, and Cech, and Kompany, and Vieira, and every single team. Kompany was just a leader, and he scored that blimmin' so annoying. He scored that great goal against Leicester to win them the title, basically, versus Liverpool. And I mean, Roy Keane, what can you say about him?
What can you say about him? And the best part, I think I like him nearly as much as a pundit.
Yeah, as a pundit, he does not care what you say. He's a good all round personality, and
Yeah.
and what I would like to say is that is it for the video. Don't forget to
Smash that subscribe button and smash that like button, and don't forget to tell a friend, because we promise you there'll be more very good content coming up in the
we've
next
got
few
many
weeks.
notes. And remember to comment what your team is if you're viewing this, because we need the views. And
Were we right?
Eh?
Were we right about our team? Were we wrong?
Yeah, I mean, there's controversial. But I should say with the midfield would be the whole team would get an invincible season. I would say, but
Yeah.
I mean, we've missed out a few from the bench, like Des Bergkamp, and who else? Who could you say?
David Beckham,
Ryan Giggs, and there's just many more you could think of.
So many.
But we missed, and the one player we just missed out was Dwight York. I've heard he's a good player, but our next video it'd be about FIFA, football, or F1. So you have to look out for the next video.
Just keep tuned. I think there's like a bell or something. Ringing the bell.
Yeah, notification bell. Tap that.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend. That is our little slogan. Not what we made, but what we're, singing. So don't
That's
forget
what we're
to tell
known for.
tell a friend. And that is
Our video.
F1FC
Out.
out.